What is good, people? What is good, people? Back with another episode, Premier League preview show. Real excited for this one, man. Real excited for this one. I got my dog with me, my good brother, Chelsea fan, football. This guy knows ball, man. For all the people who are new to my channel, Andy knows ball, or returners. Andy knows ball. So we're gonna have a good time. Discuss the Premier League. How you doing, bro? How you doing? First of all.
Dude, I'm doing great. I almost have to pinch myself a couple times that this week is match week 1. I'm
I
so
know.
excited.
I
It's
know, bro.
I'm excited to talk it with you too. I mean, man, we've been
Yeah,
talking
bro.
football for so long, like years.
Years, bro. Years, bro. Years talking ball, bro. And it's crazy. This summer went by so fast. Like
Mm-hmm.
it flew because of all the tournaments we had. The Olympics just finished, Copa America, Euros. Like there was so much football. So it just kind of flew by. And it's like, yo, the season is literally right here. So it's crazy. It's crazy, and it's a good feeling. But what we're gonna do? Obviously, we're gonna make some predictions today, and we're hopefully look back on it at the end of the season. Come back at the end of the season, and then see what our predictions look like. That's always fun. But we're gonna do a little tier, a bunch of tiers. Hey, shout out Regista Kev, bro. I'm thinking about calling out of work Friday and my birthday. Happy early birthday, bro. Hey, I honestly work on Friday. I'm, I don't know, man. It's Friday afternoon anyway.
Yeah, my
It's
laptop, it's crazy. My laptop already told me it's going to get broken at 3 p.m. Eastern time on Friday. I don't know what's wrong with it, but
I don't know, bro. I don't
something's
know. I don't know, but hey, shout out Regista Kev. Much love as always. Make sure to hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. But yeah, man, we're gonna do a little tier list. Andy and I will have both of us will have a tier list, and we'll just go through it and make our predictions, and we'll just talk about the season as we're going through. You know what I'm saying? And this is always a good little exercise to kick off things. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. Should Chelsea be worried about relegation? All right, we'll talk about it, man. We'll talk about it. Maybe. Who knows? Who knows? It's like now playing, man. But we'll start at the top. We'll start at the top and work our way down. That's normally the more fun way to do this. Um Champions, obviously, we know that Man City have turned this league into a farmers league. It's 4 on the spin for them. First team to ever do that in Premier League history. So I guess the question is for that one slot at the top, can anyone really challenge Manchester City? Will Arsenal push them right to the last day again? Do you see another competitor in the wind? Like, what are you thinking?
I really don't. I mean, like on paper, the closest option is Arsenal, but
Mhm.
and of course, as a biased Chelsea fan, but I do still think there's a lot of weight to it. Arsenal will always be Arsenal. Like they will
Yeah.
find a way to shoot themselves in the foot. They could be at the top even for a good amount of the season, but they'll always find a way to get in their own way. And City is just class. Like Arsenal is
Yeah.
really good. They have a lot of world class players, and they had a
Mhm.
great season last year. But City as a club and with Pep, they are just world class.
Yeah. Yeah. And honestly, I 1,000% agree. I don't see anyone displacing Manchester City unless, listen, if a major, obviously barring major injury, like if Rodri gets hurt, okay, then we can have a discussion on what that looks like because they don't really have a like for like replacement, right? But other than that, like I just can't see it. Like Arsenal scored the most goals in their history last season. They finished with their highest points tally in their history last season, and it wasn't enough, right? Like they've made one signing. Good. They signed. I think it's Ricardo Calafiori, good player.
Mhm.
Um, Kind of looks like a young Maldini. Like he looks
Yes.
exactly like Paolo. Like it's so weird. He looks exactly like Paolo Maldini as a kid. It's frightening. I don't know if watching House of Dragon, maybe he's a Maldini, a Maldini bastard. Fucking subtracted Targaryen bastards, bro. Like he looks smack like him. But anyway, that's one signing. Obviously, a lot. I mean, other than like maybe like the Chelsea's, a lot of people haven't done a lot of business, and we'll talk about that. But I just can't. I would be lying to you if I said that I think someone else is gonna do it. So I guess we can just put Man City on both of ours, right?
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, dude,
um,
Liverpool's out of title contention this year. Like
right.
Klopp
Yeah, you
leaving,
don't think they can make something shake.
I think, even though they still have talent, in my mind, anytime you get a managerial change and come like as a Chelsea supporter, and we see managerial changes about every 3 months, like it takes a while to find a groove to be able to sustain success over a full season.
No, absolutely. I agree. I think a lot of people and they didn't really sign a bunch of players. We'll get into Liverpool. And let's look at Man City real quick. Just from let's see their transfers. Yeah, so let's see, zoom that in a bit. Have they signed anybody actually?
Let me see.
Right? Savio, I think Savio,
Fabio.
right? But
Yep.
was he already
No, that was a fresh signing this summer.
yeah, that was the first. I don't know why is this so
Hold on.
outdated?
I got a good
That's
one.
strange.
So they've
Huh.
got
That trans-
Savio was the only signing coming in. They lost Sergio Gomez, Liam Delap. Uh,
Mhm.
and then obviously one departure that I think is important is Julian Alvarez. I mean,
Right.
and not even more so just for the Prem, but just for what he brings to the table in terms of depth for things like
Yeah, that's a loss, man. That's definitely a
Europe.
loss.
Like that's one thing that'll be interesting is, I mean, De Bruyne's also old. I mean, it's just a team like City who's going to be in multiple competitions for an extended period of time. It's a
Mhm.
lot of games and it's a lot of like must-win games. So,
Right. I think in a perfect oh my bad. In a perfect world, like I think this would be a season where I think somebody could challenge them, right? Because they didn't really improve, like they didn't do anything transformational this summer. I mean, the
true.
Savio thing, we'll see what Savio does, but I don't, to be real, I don't know too much about him. He looks like a decent player, but is he that much X better than Doku or, whoever they had, Jack
Right.
Grealish, whatever? Like they just have so much talent. It's like, how much better can you get?
Dude,
Like,
and I'll tell you what, I mean, I just saw, you can see at the top here, I saw City play Chelsea 2 weeks
mhm,
ago. And
mhm,
I mean, they're rolling out kids we've never heard of who still looked class. That's the thing about
mhm,
City is like if they had to call on a youngster to come in and fill like a pivotal role, I would trust
mhm.
that it would be okay.
Yeah. That's the thing. They're like in the Community Shield, like Oscar Bob played,
Mhm.
and like he looked so good. I was like, it's
Mhm.
like, golly, like he's like 18 years old, already looks like a really quality player. Yeah. You see one signing. Oh, let me put it back up. Um, that was it. Savinho. Gomez left. They lost Alvarez. Um, and some young players, it looks like. But yeah, man, I just don't. Again, I don't see it. I really don't see it. I think we agree on that. Now, second place, um, I think Arsenal's going to get it. I do. Um, I don't see a team that's as stable as them. Um, and this is a good question. Is there any chance City gets points deductions? Yeah. So apparently they're reviewing like their 100 plus violations this week. Apparently it's going through some review. So maybe I would love that personally. Like I think that would be fantastic. That would be great. Like if City got relegated, I would be over the moon. Honestly, it would make my day. It make me so happy. But
It would
they
be awesome.
have but they're just too they got too much of this, man. Too much cheddar, bro. Like they can do things that regular clubs just can't do. Like,
Yep.
remember when they got like banned from the Champions League, and then all of a sudden, like
It was done.
They just
Over.
reversed it or something. Like,
Yeah.
I'm
We're
like,
just
what? Like, yeah, I'm like, how did that happen? Like, and you guys got banned from the Champions League, didn't you?
Yeah,
That one
and
season?
and sometimes clubs make a concerted effort to stay out of Champions League finishing, so that way for next season we don't have to worry about it. We've done that a couple times too, you
Yeah,
know.
yeah, right. Yeah, no. So I'll put. Do you agree with the Arsenal second, or do you see a challenger?
No, I do, and I think for a lot of the same reasons as City, still very talented team, continuity, and I do think that Calafiore signing is going to be helpful.
Mhm.
He's a quality player, showed it a lot in the Euros, but it really is just a very, very good team, keeping everything in line. I don't know how they don't finish top two.
Yeah, no, 100%. So I think we're in agreement there. Cool. Third place. This is where it actually gets interesting.
Agreed.
This is, I think, top two is pretty predictable. But 3 to like 9,
Mhm.
who knows? Honestly, who knows? This is third place. I'll let you go first. What are you thinking for third place?
I'm thinking, dude, it is so hard. It
I
is so
know.
hard.
It is, bro.
I'm gonna say Liverpool.
Mm,
I know
mm,
I was talking about how with the new manager it's tough, and it is, and I still hold
mhm,
true to that, but they still have a lot of talent on that team. And
mhm,
like when I look at the rest of the big six, like, do I think United's going to finish ahead of them? I don't. Do I think Chelsea's going to? I don't. Tottenham? I don't.
mhm.
Like, could a team like Newcastle? Yes. But Liverpool's just got so much talent on that team.
Yeah. Listen, I cannot disagree with that. Well, honestly, let me be real. I'm super torn on this because I have a weird feeling that there's gonna because Liverpool didn't make any signings. Like if we look at like
Bro,
they didn't make any signings. Yeah.
yeah.
Like that is a worry to me. Like that, like to not make any signings in the season and to retain your place in a league to me is I guess they're gonna try and find a Zubamendi. Apparently, Zubamendi gave them the Heisman.
Mhm.
Um, which is tough, right? Yeah, no DM is tough. DM highly important, 100%. Like, I just something about that doesn't feel right to me.
I
Like,
agree.
you know what I mean? And it's a weird one, man. It's a weird one. I genuinely don't know.
I almost feel like
I
out
feel
of the
similar.
like, I
I
don't wanna
feel
do it.
similar. I feel similar, but I just the options. Everybody's a question mark,
Correct.
right? Everyone from this point on is a legitimate question mark. So it's like, you know what? Third place.
Can I change mine?
All right.
I want them out of top 4 because I don't think I do it by default to put Liverpool up there.
Yeah.
Really think this is going to be a resetting year for Liverpool. And I think
Mm,
after this season, like Luis Diaz is supposedly even trying to force a transfer now. Mo Salah's got a lot of links. I think the players know that this season's going to be bad. I think this is going to be the nail in the coffin for this Liverpool team. I want
mm.
them out, and I'm going to put Newcastle in at number.
You know what's so crazy, bro? On everything I love, that was my I was torn on that.
That's
That
who I
was going to be
wanted.
my backup was Newcastle. I think people are sleeping heavily on Newcastle, bro.
I
Like
agree.
I think people are sleeping so much on Newcastle because they were ravaged with injuries, like
Yeah.
ravaged with injuries last season, and people and went through a Champions League campaign in which they did well, in my opinion. I thought they did
Mhm.
really good. Like I thought they showed a good account of themselves. Like they were unlucky with a couple, like a penalty against PSG costed them some points, and it's just, yeah. Is Isak the most underrated striker? Bro, he's ridiculous. I think he is so good. I think I would take Alexander Isak in a heartbeat at United, bro.
Yeah.
Like he'd immediately start for Manchester United, like no question. Like,
yeah.
So it's
for a lot of Prem teams.
Yeah, man. So honestly, oh man, do I want to be different? Let me see.
It's your call, because if you were just thinking it, I mean, here's the thing, like you were saying, 3 through 9, me and you are not going to be on the same page, because this is just one of those like questionable picks. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. You know what I'm going to do?
Stop.
I'm doing it. I'm doing it. Premier League predictions. I am doing it. 3rd place finish. Okay, let me explain myself. All right. I think we have upgraded the squad significantly. We've gotten rid of some players who were essentially dead wood. Like, I love Anthony Martial, not good enough at this point in his career. We've added the likes of Xerxes, who's an upgrade on Martial at this point. De Ligt is a Champions League proven, been done it at multiple leagues. Mazraoui is Champions League proven. You know what I'm saying? We got rid of AWB, which is a huge upgrade, right? So I think if the cards fall the right way, I think this is honestly because I just don't see Liverpool didn't do anything. They really didn't do anything. And that is, to me, you rarely see a team make no signings and progress.
Correct.
So I'm going to go Manchester United 3rd, and I'm going to go Newcastle 4th.
Okay.
That'll be my top 4.
I think what you said that I think is spot on is if everything goes right for United, they can finish top 3 easy.
Yeah. I think we just have
still.
Mm-hmm. I think there's a world where it's either we finish like 7th or we finish like 3rd. Like, I think it's either or. Like, there's a world where Ten Hag is gone by December, and
yes,
we're in 6th, 7th place, and there's a world where we click. We have a lot of young energy in the squad now. Like, Amad Diallo is a ridiculous footballer. Like, he's ridiculous and should have been playing for years now, but he's finally going to get his chance. Garnacho looks good right now.
Dude, Kobe Mainoo he got quality time with England in the Euro.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. This is obviously I'm taking a risk here. This is the ultimate risk. I think Liverpool's playing it safe because I'm not buying it. Like, I think I would have, if I was putting Liverpool there, it would just be default. Like, all right, they're Liverpool. They've been doing it. I'm not buying it, man. If they make the window still open, maybe they make some transformational DM signing that I just don't see coming. But
agreed.
I don't know. But okay, so I got Newcastle 4th. You got Newcastle 3rd. Who is going to be? And you said Liverpool's out of your top 4. So
yeah, can you actually drop Liverpool to higher mid-table?
No way. No way. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Yes. This is the content we need.
Dude,
this is the content we need.
They just went from 3rd to 8 like that. And guess what? I think it's the right call.
Okay. So 8. So we're talking about no European football.
Correct.
That would be crazy.
Here's the thing. By the time we fill out those tiers ahead of you, it's going to make sense. It doesn't make sense looking at it like this, but it will by the time we're done.
Okay. So who you putting that for?
Chelsea, baby.
You're putting the Blues? Okay.
I'm putting the Blues. I think a lot of my logic is kind of similar to yours with United. If it goes well, it's going to go really well. Like, and I know every club deals with injuries. Yeah. Chelsea got reamed last year with injuries. Like, Christopher Nkunku was one of our biggest signings last year, barely played. He's going to be fit. Now, granted, Reece James already picked up another hamstring, so we're going down that path again. But Malo Gusto is
he's a baller.
Class player.
He's a baller.
We were playing him at left back during the preseason. We didn't have Cucurella, but if you're telling me my two outside backs are Cucurella and Gusto, I'm totally fine with that.
You're good.
I think we got some center back issues. Like, I mean, what's nice for United is you got Delict and Lissandro, who are going to be your two guys, your two rocks. When you have that, that's huge. We seem to like throw darts at a dartboard and figure out who are
it's weird. It's weird right now.
I don't like it, dude. And one thing that I noticed is like I think Levi Colwill is probably one of our best center backs and left-footed player. He even played left back a little bit for us and for Brighton. We're playing him at right center back, and we're doing that purposefully. And I thought about it. I was like, how can you justify this? And I think it's because we are focusing so much on playing out from the back that we want him comfortable passing to the keeper and to the other center back, which I think is a huge red flag and a whole different rabbit.
Yeah. That's interesting. I did not know that. That's actually very interesting. But
I don't like it. But I think we got another signing in us. I think we're going to get like with the whole Conor Gallagher thing falling through, and now we're trying to get Felix instead of that Samu, like O'Marin guy. If we can get Felix, I love that. He was very good for us. We're still being linked to Osimhen. Like, I still think we've got one big attacker, and we just got Pedro Neto too. So we've got talent on the team.
Yeah, you know, I'll be honest. The Chelsea thing is throwing me for a loop. I think
me too.
I honestly think you guys are a mess. I'll be real. Like, there's a bunch of talent. Like, the talent is not like that's not the issue. You know what I'm saying? For me, the issue is like, how can you foster like that talent the right way? Like, when there's like 3 or 4 players in each position that are like the same age.
Yep.
Like Neto, Mudryk, Madueke. Who else plays out wide? Raheem Sterling's there. I know I'm missing some players too. Like, it's just Cole Palmer plays out wide sometimes.
Correct.
Like, it's just so in midfield. Lavia, Enzo,
incredible.
Yeah, I wanted Romeo Lavia so bad the summer before this one. I was like, please go and get him. Like,
but then the question becomes, who do you bench between Enzo and
Caicedo? Like, and then don't forget Dewsbury Hall's there.
Yes,
and he's gonna play, and he's going to play.
Yes,
he is. Like, Dewsbury Hall is going to play. Regista Kev says Chelsea 6-7. We'll get there. November 1st, 2024. Does Chelsea have a new manager?
As crazy of a question as that is, you can't.
Not impossible. That's just my issue. But like the talent, and then you imagine you bring in João Felix. Like, that's just more of the João Felix plays out wide. He plays left wing. So it's like, what do you do with that? Like, so if somebody has one bad game, you kind of just have to drop them and give the next guy a go. And that, I just don't see that as sustainable.
It's not good.
Like,
it's not good.
That's my issue with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. My only hope is we find the right 11 and the right system that works and it clicks, and then we don't have the battle of who's starting, who's coming off the bench, and then we just have good depth, and I don't know who the hell knows.
Yeah. So 5th place, I'm gonna go Liverpool.
Okay.
I'm gonna go Liverpool, and my reasoning is albeit they haven't made new signings. I don't think that manager is a bad manager.
Sure.
I think he's a pretty good manager. He plays good football. Like, you know, he had some players on his Feyenoord team that I wanted to come to United. So, like, you know, like that. Oh, we'll talk about you know, some of these mid-table teams and some of the players that they got. But yeah, I think he's a good manager. I think they still have really good players. Like, you know, they still got Van Dijk, Konate, Trent, Salah. Luis Diaz, Nunez, Sabazlai, like they just have really good players. So I think it'll be a curve. Granted, they're going to be in champ. The thing for me is they're going to be in Champions League. They're going to be
Correct.
obviously playing they have so many competitions, and the squad hasn't been refreshed. So that kind of when you don't when you don't even make two, you got to make like two signings at least just to shake up the energy in training. Like, all right, we got this new guy here. Like, we got to show him what's good. Like that stuff matters. That stuff really matters. So I don't
Agreed.
know. I'll give them fifth out of respect for the quality in the squad.
Yeah.
Where are you going for fifth?
I'm gonna go. I'll go United.
Okay.
I think that's very feasible. I do kind of get what you're saying of like the third or eighth. I very much agree, and I think Chelsea's in the same boat. But I think United is a very good team. I think they're going to be. I do think the 4-5 battle, maybe even the 3-4-5 battle, is going to be very tight amongst a lot of teams. But I think United's a very good team. I think you've got the right players, and now it's 10. I think now it's Ten Hag either proves it or he's gone.
Yeah, I'm not honestly, I'm not the biggest fan of this manager. He's done a lot of idiotic things. And that's my biggest worry. Like, there's a world where we finish third and we sack him in December. Like, honestly, like Ruud Van Nistelrooy takes over and we go on an Ollie's Gunnar Solskjaer type run.
Yep.
And yeah, chemistry, team bonding experience, all will be hard to improve 100%. That's kind of it. But no, I agree. I think fifth is, I think a lot of people would agree with you here. I think this is where I think most people would put Manchester United. In my head kind of would lean there, but I'm going hard overhead. Why not? We'll come back in the season and we'll talk. We'll come back end of the season. We'll talk about it. But fifth is fair. And then your last Europa League spot. What are you thinking?
I'm going Tottenham. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm going West Ham.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah. Yep. I'm going West Ham.
West Ham.
Dude, I kind of think the two polar opposites for
West Ham over Liverpool?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
I think this is a Liverpool reset year. I think again, like new manager, and I'm not overly familiar with West Ham's manager at the moment because I know Moyes is gone, but I really like the direction West Ham's trending, and I don't like the direction that Liverpool's trending. And I think they're going to be nice. I think they're going to overachieve, and I think Liverpool's going to underachieve.
Okay. Interesting. Okay, let me see. Where would I go for sixth? I think sixth place. I'm gonna go Spurs. I was happy you kind of changed your mind though. I'm happy you kind of changed your mind there. I think Spurs will be pushing hard. I think these first six are all gonna be, or from 3 to 6 right here, I think it's gonna be really, really a battle. Like it'll be points. It'll be going down to the last 2 or 3 games in the season type of thing.
Agreed.
I think Spurs have made some really good signings. Spurs, like, they signed Solanke, they signed Archie Gray, some other midfielder they signed, some young guy. I haven't really seen much of him, and I like Ange. I do like Ange. I think he was getting a little bit too much hype last season, but now I think they're getting kind of underrated.
Agreed.
So I think they're going to play really good stuff, and it'll be a battle between. Damn, I low key might switch them with
Liverpool.
Could they get top? No, I'll keep it. I'll keep it like this.
Were you thinking top 4?
I was thinking top 4 for a second. Yes, I was thinking top 4 for like a split. I almost talked myself into it because I'm a big fan of Heung-min Son. Like, I think he is such a quality player. Like, He's so good. He showed it again last season. Now he has Solanke, way better than Richarlison. You feel me? So
Yeah.
it's they have a big upgrade there. I think they had some injuries, right? But now Bentancur is back. Good option for them. We'll see, man. I think it'll be a tight race. It'll be a tight race. My 7th place team. My 7th place team.
By the way, I'm gonna need a change to my rankings again.
Yeah, I'm gonna need it. I'm looking at it. Have I put Villa too low? Have I
Yes,
put Villa too low?
and
I
that's
think here's the thing, right? I think Villa are going to struggle in the league this season because of Champions League. Look, I think Unai Emery's going to really go for it. Like I think that's where he shines, is these European competitions. Like that's what he's known for. So obviously, but Europa League, but still I think he's really going to put a lot of effort into that campaign, and it's going to take a lot out of their league season. But damn. It was so tight, man. Oh my goodness.
Villa's class.
Yeah, man. It's tight. It's tight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, dude.
You know what? I am going to
take out Liverpool. Take out Liverpool. I'm just kidding. Do whatever you want.
No, it's so tight. I think they'll finish above 7th. I do. You know what? I'll go like
Let's go, dude. It's nightmare season for Liverpool. It is.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll do that. I'll go 7. All right. And you're gonna make an adjustment too?
I want West Ham down to 7th and then Villa at 6.
Okay.
Okay. I want Villa at 4, actually. Can you give me at 5?
Villa at 5. Okay. And then United at 6. Okay. Yeah. Aston Villa. Yeah, no, they are sneaky good, man. And they're not gonna. I don't think they're gonna sneak up on anybody. Let's look at that. They've made some good signings.
Here's what I think. The way that Villa is they're a very good team and everyone knows it, but they're kind of a sneaky great team. Sneaky, if you told me Villa finished top 4,
I wouldn't be shocked. No, I wouldn't be shocked. No, not at all. Ian Maatsen, really good player.
So nice.
Ross Barkley, sneaky good option for them off the bench.
Dude, and that's someone like Ross Barkley doesn't succeed, in my opinion, at a big club. He was very, very good at Everton. And Everton, you could say, is a big club, but they're not a big 6. And if he goes to a team like Villa, full time now, I think he's going to be just fine. I also think the same goes for AWB at United.
Yeah, exactly. I agree.
He was elite at Crystal
Palace. Yeah, I agree.
It's just different when you go to the big clubs. And AWB at West Ham, I think he's going to ball out. I really do.
Yeah, and then obviously there's these young players like Cameron Archer. I don't know too much about him. I hardly watched Sheffield last season. They're just a waste of time. Apparently this Philogene kid is highly rated. I think he's highly rated. So, and then then obviously the big boy Amadou Onana. That's huge. That's a they lost Douglas Luiz. So that's a huge loss to me. I think that's and I don't think Onana and Luiz are a similar type of players, but Onana's a quality player to me, so I think he's going to make them better. But the Kamara, the Kamara, their DM Kamara is, hurt. So I think that'll be a bit of a challenge for them early on. But yeah, man, I mean, it's shaping up pretty good for I like what we're doing here, man. We got some differences.
Yep.
I think this is good, man. I think this is good. We both obviously have our team biases, and that's okay, man. That's why we do this. That's why we do this. We're fans. Short for fanatic. You know what I mean? So I think we got our top 7s locked in. So I'm gonna go Chelsea 8th. I'm sorry. I think that there's too much chaos. It's literally it's just so much chaos, bro. You have 40 players in your squad. I how do you go into a season with 40 players? It just and make it work. Like half of
Yeah,
the squad was going to be pissed off. Minimum half the squad.
dude. And the problem is like beyond just how many players we have. If you were to ask me for what our starting 11 is going to be on Sunday, I would comfortably say I'll know 7, like 100% correct. I don't know
Okay.
what our starting 11 is going to be. I don't think our manager does. The players sure as
Mhm.
hell don't. Like
Mhm.
it's
Mhm.
it's not only chaos for the whole team, it's also chaos for the starting 11, and that's bad.
Mhm.
But I think
Yeah.
it's going to be chaotic, but if it's controlled chaos, there is a lot of talent on this team.
Mhm. Yeah, that's the thing. Maresca has a big job to do. How can he what he needs to do is find his 11 and stick with that 11 no matter what. Like
Bingo.
10 games on the spin, same 11. Like this is our starting 11. And
Mhm.
then after that, okay, you can come in, we'll sneak you in here, but like if he's chopping and changing every single week, bro, I just think is going to happen because
Me too.
when you see Zhao Felix on your bench, you're going to be like, shit, like
Yep.
I'll give you a game. You know what I'm saying? Like
100%.
so, yeah, it's I just can't see them getting over that. But yeah, man, you have Liverpool eighth. That pretty much rounds out like the competition for European places. Um, so you're saying Liverpool are missing out on Europe. I'm saying Chelsea, two of the biggest clubs in.
Yep.
We both have probably two of the four biggest clubs in the country out
Out of European football.
out of European football, which is crazy. But yeah, man, this is where it gets. And actually, real quick, let's look at West Ham's. You know, real quick, let's just look
Yep.
at um made some listen. Crescencio Somerville's a beast. Let's be real. He's a
Yeah.
really good wide player. AWB is going to be good for them.
I
He'll
agree.
be good for them. I think he'll just be solid. Just make a bunch of slide tackles. He'll be a fan favorite over there.
Yep.
To Debo, shock move. I couldn't believe they got that through.
That
Um,
move in and of itself was like, in my opinion, like, oh no, West Ham's a player now. Like,
mm,
that's the type of move that a City would do or a Liverpool, like traditionally, where they
mhm.
swoop in at the last minute and take a transfer.
Yeah, no,
That's what
absolutely.
that move where I was like, all right, this is different. This is not the
Yeah,
West Ham I'm accustomed to
yeah,
seeing.
yeah. Guido Rodriguez. I don't know too much about him to be honest. Full Krug. This is. I'm flop. I'm calling it right now. I'm calling the flop right now. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, dude.
Wow.
It's. I think I think it's going to be very similar to like Skamaka, where he came in. Good player, but just I don't see Fulkrug as a Premier League player. Like, not that he's a bad player, but I just don't think he's going to fit like into the makeup of. They're going to ask him to be this like talisman type pivotal, striker, and he's just not that.
See,
Like,
I kind of think he's a great fit. I think the guys
really.
around him in the attack are very
Mhm,
creative guys that
mhm,
are just going to look to him to like finish, and that's it.
mhm,
Like, I don't think he's
mhm.
going to be asked to be on the ball and take someone one on one. I
Yeah,
don't.
yeah, yeah. And of course,
It's not
yeah.
how this team is, and that's not
I'm
how he is.
I more so mean like he's not that great. Okay, so he's not that great with his back to goal. Like I think he's very over. Like I don't know if people know that. Like he's a good finisher, you know, but with his back to goal, I know West Ham are gonna ask him to do that, and it's gonna frustrate the hell out of fans when they realize, holy shit, like under pressure, it's not it's not gonna be some rodeo. You know what I mean?
How many goals do you think he bags this year? Because he's obviously going to be like their.
I think in the league he'll get 10.
I was going to say 10 or more. What do you think?
I think 10 is right about but it's gonna be like I don't think it's gonna be like he's getting single digit like 10 across spread across game. He might get 2. He'll go on a long drought,
Yeah.
get 1. Like it won't be like a nice like Hoyland scored a bunch of goals last season like on paper, but like it was all in like a small like crop of games. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So it's not the same.
Agreed.
Well, yeah, man, we'll see. We'll see. All right, so let's see. We'll go to the higher mid table. We got some options here. I am going to go. This one is interesting. I'm gonna go. Oh, I'm gonna go Brighton. I'll go Brighton. Yeah, I'll go Brighton. I think they always make low key deals. This is gonna be one of the signings of the window. I'm just letting you know right now. Matt Pfeiffer going to be one of the signings of the season. I'm telling you right now, bro. He's cold. He's cold. So I wanted him. He was with Slot at Feyenoord.
Okay.
Dude is a beast. Dude is an absolute beast, and I think he's gonna do something really good for them. And they already have a good team. They've added some players. The Minta kid from Newcastle is good. I've seen some clips of. I don't know the other 2 players. But yeah, they always are in and around that, 8th, even like recently, even as high as 6th, 7th. So yeah, man, they're gonna be really good in my opinion.
I agree.
So,
they still have De Zerbi, correct?
No. So they have a new manager. I can't remember what his name is, to be honest with you, but apparently he got some side promoted recently to, I think, is it the Bundesliga or something like that? I can't remember, but got a good little CV. I think he's the perfect type of like step up guy for Brighton.
Yep.
I trust their backroom staff, so I think they're still going to be playing really good football. They don't that's their philosophy. That's what they do. They play good football. They've battered us. I can't tell you how many times Brighton has made us.
They're tough. They're tough out.
They have embarrassed us multiple times over the past few seasons. And that's not an exaggeration. Where are you going for tonight?
I'm gonna go Tottenham because
Tottenham night.
I still haven't had them yet. I
major drop off. So they're gonna drop off from last.
And that's the problem. Like, I don't think that they will drop off, but like I really like my top 7 and 8. I like my top 8 a lot, and like somebody's got to fill this void. Mm-hmm. And unfortunately, it's going to be Tottenham. But
you know how crazy that is?
Yeah.
Like in a good way. Like, it's just how competitive like this part of the league is,
Right. Yeah, exactly. It's not a diss to Tottenham because I think
it's not a diss. It's not even that crazy because like there's a world where Julian Lopetegui for West Ham, he's won a lot of stuff overseas, like or abroad or whatever. Like, he's a good manager. Like, everybody has a top manager at this, like, and all of these clubs have managers that have won things, right? So
one of these teams that we're looking at on this page is gonna finish 9th.
Yeah,
it just exactly. It has to happen.
Exactly. And these are all teams that are hoping for top 4.
Yep, spot on.
You know what I mean? So it's crazy. It's crazy. How about we'll stay with you for 10th? Where are you gonna drop your?
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go with Brentford.
Brentford. Okay.
Yep.
Interesting.
I think Brentford's a team that, like, if they were to finish top 10, which is what I have them finishing, that would be viewed as a successful season for them. And I think they can do it. I think they've got talent. And
that's hilarious. That's hilarious.
Yes, that one was a good one. But I think Brentford's a very good team. I think they challenged a lot of the top 6, not just the big 6, but they've always played teams hard. And I think they're going to put together a good full season here.
Okay. I'm gonna go Crystal Palace here. Oh no. Sorry, I'm gonna go West Ham. I'm gonna go West Ham.
Okay.
I'm gonna go West Ham. So I think they're gonna. This is obviously a shock to a lot of people. I think a lot of people have them ranked higher. I just think that it's a lot of turnover, a lot of expectation, and I just don't see them being able to cope with said expectation.
That's a big
Um,
thing to deal with. You're spot on.
yeah, so it's gonna be a lot. I think what is that 10th? I think that's not awful.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we'll just have to see. We'll just have to see.
Like it.
Let's see. I'll pick the next one too. I'm gonna go Crystal Palace here. I think
Okay.
that one is. I think Crystal Palace had a great end to last season. They've retained. They lost to Elise, but they still Zaha's coming back, which is
Yeah.
huge. So they don't. It's not a crazy loss. Zaha's a really quality winger. So Adam Wharton's a beast. Eze's a beast. Mateta had his best season last year. Had a great Olympics. Like so they and their manager. I'm a real big fan of their manager Glasner. Right. So I think they'll be. I think they'll be right there in that higher mid-table range. I think I have them at 11th. Yeah, I think that's right. I think they finished 10th. I think they had their best finish last season at 10th. Did they
Yep.
finish 10th last season? So yeah, I think they'll be right back in that form. So and what let me see real quick the signings they've made. Yeah, Kamada's a good player from Lazio. I know him. Ismail Assar. I forgot about that. That's a
Yeah.
big one right there.
That is a big
Ismail
one.
Assar. I don't know these other two players to be fair.
Oh, Elise out. That is
Yeah. Elise out is a big loss. That's a big loss. But again, Sar and Zaha coming in, I think that's for Crystal Palace. That's a great way to bounce back from losing Elise. So
agreed.
yeah, man, it's an interesting one. Where are you going for your 11th?
I'm gonna go. I'll go Palace here.
Okay.
I like Crystal Palace. Good
Okay.
team. Pretty much echoing a lot of what you just said.
Yeah. Nice. And then I'll let you pick your finalize your higher mid table.
Yep. I'll go Wolves here.
Okay.
I
Wolves. Wolves.
I
Okay.
think Wolves are sneaky good. Um,
Mhm.
I always hate. It's kind of similar to Brentford, like Brentford and Wolves. Even though, and I just look, Brentford didn't finish great last year, so me having them finish top 10 is a bit of a reach. But
Mhm.
I hate playing Brentford and I hate playing Wolves. I
Yeah.
really do.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's just a matter of like, how they'll do relative to like the second half of the table.
Mhm.
Like it's one thing
Mhm.
to go out and upset like a Villa or a United,
Mhm.
but you have to be able to beat the other teams consistently to finish mid-table. But
Mhm.
I like Wolves a lot. I think they're sneaky good. I
Yeah.
like them here.
Yeah. For me, I just think they lost their best player, and that was kind of my, and they lost Max Kilman, which was like, let me see who have they because I really haven't been paying attention to their window, so that maybe they've signed some, you know, um, I'll be real, I don't know any of these players.
No, me neither.
I
They
don't
got a
know any of these
big
players.
kid. Tommy
Yeah,
Doyle could be the next Cole Palmer.
yeah. Who knows? Who knows? Tommy Doyle could be that's a good one. Who knows, man? Who knows? Man City's Academy, I'll take it.
Yep,
Yeah, but Kilman and Neto, that's big to me. So we'll
agreed.
see. I think I'll round out my higher mid table. I am going to put, you know what? I'll go Fulham.
Okay.
I'll go Fulham. I'll have Fulham at 12. Um, I think they've had some. I think I like Marco Silva. I think that they've, for the most part, retained their team. I mean, yeah, they lost Polina. Obviously, that's a huge loss.
Tosin, center back.
Poston. Oh yeah, that's another one. Yeah. But they brought in. Oh, they lost Tim Ream. Okay. I mean, Tim Ream was. Did he? Yeah, Tim Ream's a good player, by the way. He's a
Good
really
player.
good player. He's a good player.
Time for the MLS, but good player.
Yeah, yeah, I
Emil
agree.
Rome.
That's a big one. They're still. They've been trying to get Scott McTominay off us all summer.
Ooh,
Which would be a. I think they'd be good for them.
I think so too.
Uh,
That seems like a
I
win-win.
hope, and I hope we get rid of him.
Yeah.
That would be fantastic. But we're like haggling right now. So Sessegnon, obviously, he's been at Fulham before. He's a good player, so that's a good, So yeah, I think they've a little bit of turnover, but if they get McTominay in, I think they'll be right around where they'll be good.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, we'll talk about that. I'll make sure we'll be quick for these ones so we can go to awards before you got to go. So I think we've rounded out our top 12s. I'll let you start with the lower mid table, and you can just pick a couple.
Yeah. I was gonna say, well, here's when it
Yeah,
starts. It almost is kind of like similar to like our 3 through 9, where it's like, all right, well, this
it could
is
be
good.
yeah, it could be anybody.
I'll go Brighton.
Okay.
I'm with you. I think Brighton being there is. I don't want them any lower than that.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm also gonna go. Fulham.
Okay. Okay. All right. I will go. I like that. I like that. I think right here, like from like Brentford to like Fulham, I think that's very that makes a lot of sense. I like that. I will go. I'll go. I'll go. I'll go Wolves,
Okay.
and I will go Everton. I'll go Everton. Everton, if not for that ban that they had or that points deduction that they had, they would have had a much better season than what it was on paper. Actually, you know what? I'm going to swap Everton and Wolves. I'll put Everton 13th,
I like it.
and I'll put Wolves 14th. I think they would have had a better season than Yeah, they've lost some players. Actually, let's see. I haven't really been up to speed on their transfer window, but okay. Got some players here. Okay, Jack Harrison. I like Jack Harrison.
Yeah.
They did lose Onana. That's big. They lost Ben Godfrey. I didn't know that. Oh, interesting.
It's a.
Yeah, interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
And they still have that. They got a decent squad. Oh,
I
I
agree.
don't know too many. I don't know too many of these players. I know this. I've seen this kid play a couple times. He's good. I've seen NJ play a couple times. He's good, but the rest I honestly don't know too well. But okay. I'll pick the next two too.
Okay.
I'll go this one. I'll go Bournemouth.
Okay.
And you know what? I'll go Leicester City.
Oh.
I'll go Leicester City. I say they'll be safe. They'll come back and stay in the league and be safe.
With the new manager and no
With the new
Dewsbury
manager.
Hall.
Yeah, I think so. Let me show you. Let's look at their ends. They've got Deco Reed from Fulham. I think he's really good. Buena Note from Brighton is a problem. He's a good fucking player. That number 10, he can play. To be fair, I don't know too much about the I don't know if you've ever seen Golding play or
Oh,
okay.
I do not know Golding.
Okay. Yeah. So I think they'll have a good season and stand. They're a Premier League team, man. They're supposed to be in the Premier League, man. Like they have a Premier League roster. Even like they didn't lose too many of their players that dropped and came back up. So yeah. What are you thinking for your
Everton
okay.
and Bournemouth.
Nice.
Yep.
Nice.
I'm very good with that. I
Okay.
mean, Very good teams. I think these are going to be. Do me and you have the? No, we don't have the same bottom four. We've got the
No,
same
no.
3 of 4.
No, actually, round out your lower mid table. Round out your lower mid table.
I'm going to go. Oh my god.
And then we know
I'm
who's
go
going to get
Nottingham
relegated.
Forest. I'm going to go
So
Nottingham
Nottingham Forest is safe. Is safe.
Yep.
They are safe. Okay. Okay. I'm not mad at it.
So I think
Now
this means I
these are
think the
everyone's they're going right back down.
right back down. You come up,
Wow.
you go right back down.
That's funny. Okay. 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 Interesting. All right. No, that's not a so we can just who do you think 18th, 19th, 20th?
We'll go Leicester, Southampton, Ipswich Town.
Okay. Okay. Now Ipswich have had 2 great back-to-back seasons. Like they have been, I think they're gonna so here, let's
Yeah, so now it's yours because you still have them.
yeah, so you
You
know
keep them
what?
up?
I'm keeping Ipswich up.
I like
I'm
it.
gonna keep Ipswich up. They've had 2 ridiculous seasons. They were promoted from League One, then went and got promoted from the Championship back-to-back seasons, which is just crazy.
Ooh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so shout out Kieran McKenna, Manchester United former assistant, who's done a great job with them. And yeah, back-to-back promotions, bro. That's hard to do, man.
Tough.
That's so if they could keep the ball rolling and stay in the league after that, like there's a feel-good factor with them. So I think that they'll keep the feel-good factor going. And then for my relegation, I'll say Forest, Brentford, Southampton.
Okay.
That's where I'll go. That's where I'll go. Yep.
So you've got 2 of the 3 new additions staying up.
Yep. I think they'll both stay. I think 2 of the 3 will stay up. It's
Okay.
a bold prediction. You're
I
probably more. Your relegation probably looks more realistic.
But you
because
never. I think the
it's gonna be
relegation
hard.
is fun too. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, it's gonna be hard, man, because there's so much talent, bro. And all these clubs are investing big money, like especially down like the lower, like Nottingham Forest has invested tons of money over the past like 2 seasons.
Yeah.
You know, Leicester has invested money. Bournemouth has invested a lot of money. Like, so it's hard. Like, this is a league of like, when you get relegated, it's gonna be some owner is gonna be pissed. Like, I spent this amount of money and still got relegated. Like,
yeah,
it's gonna be crazy, man. But hey, we've gotten through it, man. We've gotten through it. So I think this is mine, right? So we'll do one final screening, and this is your speak now, speak now, forever hold your peace.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm not changing City. I'm not changing Arsenal. Not changing Manchester United. Now Newcastle, I've been thinking about this one. I want to put Spurs in the top 4.
Oh,
I want to put Spurs in the top 4.
Okay.
So I'm going to. I'm really high on Newcastle too. Oh god, this is tough. Damn. Do I stick to my guns?
Yeah.
Do I stick to my guns or do I?
United. I mean, you could and probably be accurate, but I mean, you're right, dude. If United,
I can't pull United. I'm locked into third. I'm gonna say our expectation should be third. So I'm gonna put us at third.
That.
Yeah. Oh man, do I think Ange is a better manager or do I think Eddie Howe's a better manager? I think I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it.
Okay.
I'll leave it. So okay, I'm cool here. 5th, Villa. Conference League, Liverpool. I don't have any issues with doing this, not even a little bit.
Don't hate it.
Yeah. Chelsea, I'm good with that. Brighton and West Ham. Do I want to switch that? Nope, I don't.
Okay.
Yeah, Crystal Palace, Fulham. I'm cool with that. Yeah, I'm cool with it. I'm cool with it, man.
I like it.
I'm cool with this. I will live or die with this right here. And
I like.
I'm gonna screenshot it and I'm gonna
Yep.
post our predictions on Twitter, and then we'll come back to this end of season.
Yes. Love it. Love it.
Yeah. Yeah. So let's go to yours. Um any changes you would like to make? Speak now or forever hold your
Yes.
peace.
Yes. I'm going to. Can you pull Brentford and put them where Brighton is, and then put
Okay.
Brighton behind Wolves?
Forever and put them where oh shit.
Brighton
I think
behind
it was
Wolves.
then Brighton behind Wolves. Okay.
Yep.
So it
Yes.
was like so
I
this is
like
good.
it a lot. Yep.
This is good. Okay.
This is.
So all right, cool. We got Brighton at 12th.
Yep.
Okay. Okay. I see that. I see that. Okay, okay, okay. Yeah, I like it, man. This is I like that we're ours are different enough, right? We have the top two is predictable, and everything else from there is just we just kind of are just rotating.
It's it's
Uh
it's awesome. It's like you got 1 and 2, and then literally 3 through 9. There's
it's
no
different.
like right answer.
No,
And
no,
then
I agree.
the bottom 5, there's no right answer either. So I mean,
Mhm.
it's going to be putting this together. It's going to be a great season.
Yeah, man. It's gonna be so good. Honestly, I can't wait. We're gonna listen, content is gonna be pushed, man. I've already asked Andy. He's gonna be on the channel as much as I can have him. Hopefully,
Yep.
I'm gonna try and get him. We got the guys from our normal shows that we do. Hopefully, we can get Staffy on and the crew, the American brothers. You know what I'm saying? I got to get you introduced to my American content friends, man. You'll rock with them. They're cool.
Oh,
They're
I
cool.
love it.
Yeah,
I'm
man.
always in.
Yeah, mostly United guys, but we have like this group chat of like Chelsea fans and Spurs, like all making content. So I'll get you introduced, man. But yeah, no, this is good. I like this. Oh, let me screenshot yours. So
Yep.
we have it saved, and then we'll go from there. I like this, and then we'll wrap up. We'll wrap up with real quick with that was a good exercise. That was a good
Was.
exercise to get the brain right for the season,
Oh
man.
God.
You can't be mad at it. But
No, because I've been fairly laser focused on Chelsea, and you hear the big
mhm,
signings and everything, but until
yeah,
you sit down and do something like this,
yeah, man.
you
I'm
realize where
so
everyone else is, and it just gets you like
yeah, it
pumped.
gets you hyped up, man. Because I'm honestly I don't watch I don't watch any preseason games for any other teams. I don't.
Yeah.
I could I could care less about Chelsea or Arsenal or anybody else's preseason.
Yep.
Honestly, like you know what I mean. So like I watched this the Super Copa today, which was cool. Like Mbappe's
Mhm.
first game, that was nice.
Yeah.
But like that's when the season starts for me. Like
Correct.
that game is when the season really starts.
I'm right there
Um,
with you.
yeah. So let's go to the awards. Where I have there we go. So these were last season's. Obviously we know we've already picked title winners. Golden Boot. Where are you going for Golden Boot, man? Cole Palmer's in the race. He was. I thought he didn't win it last year, did he? No, he didn't win it. It was Erling just got him, but. Yeah. What are you feeling for Golden Boot? Are you gonna go out on a limb and pick your boy, or
I'm going Holland. I
yeah,
I
yeah,
like. I don't even hate to do it because I actually really like I think Holland is. He's a machine. He's a goal machine.
hmm
And with the talent around him, even though there's plenty of other good options in the Prem, it's going to be Holland.
yeah, yeah. I agree with you. I think a dark horse, but that's not really a dark horse, is Mo Salah. I
Yeah.
think he could have a big season. I think there's a world where, yeah, you see Arsenal, they're kind of a team. They're kind of a team effort. It's just Holland, like who's really gonna. Can Son challenge him? Son's not really. He can't. He's not going to go to 30 goals. That's not what he does. There's
That's
not. There's
is like there's
Isak.
yeah, like best player of the season. I think there's more of a discussion, but
Mhm.
Golden Boot is just strictly who scores the most goals, and
Yeah,
I don't think you can make a legitimate argument for anyone other than Holland. That's my,
yeah.
you
I
know,
agree. I agree. Yeah. Yeah. Best player of the season is going to be interesting this year.
Yes.
That's going to be a lot of competition because you can go a bunch of different ways. It's normally who finishes in first, right? Gets best player of the season. We can pick among the city guys, or we can pick a dark horse. Maybe somebody has a ridiculous season that we don't see coming. What are you feeling for best player?
I'm going fucking Cole Palmer, baby. Cole Palmer, he lit up the rim last season. I think he's going to be the reason we finish top 4. He's going to have incredible goals and assists. I think he's going to have so much in his resume, if you will, that even though we don't win the Prem, I think he's going to get best player of the season. I think he should have gotten it last year. And that's strictly looking at goals.
Just the numbers and the –
that's just straight numbers. And that was his
yeah.
breakout season. So I think he's getting best player of the season.
This one's tough for me. I think there's a world where we can see a defender get it. There's a world where we can see that, because I think that, City, they're not going to be as good as they were last season. I think the points tally is going to come down a bit, right? I think we'll have City in that, like, maybe that 80-ish, like high 80s range. Same thing with Arsenal. But I'm going to go with Erling Haaland. I think he's going to win it.
Okay.
I think he's going to not drag City to a title, because that's crazy. But I think his goals are going to be undeniable. He's a fan favorite. He's a league favorite. I think he'll win that award. So I'll go Golden Boot, Erling Haaland, Player of the Season, Erling Haaland.
Can I throw one more other dark horse out there for best player? And you kind of do it, but it's someone who I don't think is going to challenge for Golden Boot, but I think is going to finish with way more assists than Haaland as well. I think Son is going to have an unbelievable season this year.
I think so too. I really think Son's going to have a great season, but they never pick somebody who's like outside of the top 4. So it's like, that's my only thing is like, will they ever go and say, oh, we're going to player of the season finish 6th or 9th in your case? like, you know what I mean? Like, it's
I just want to give him some almost just
flowers.
Like,
give him his
flowers going into this season of like,
I'm with you.
Like, don't be shocked if he goes for 20 goals and 18 assists.
Yeah. Golden Glove. This one's an interesting one. It's either got to be Ederson or Raya.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't have to be. Let's see. Let's look. Could Nick Pope get it? Could a Vicario get it?
I think Emi Martinez would be an interesting thought.
Emi Martinez. Yeah, I can't justify Allison if they're 7th. If they finish, if he gets the Golden Glove, they'll be in the top 4. You know what I mean? So I can't. I gotta have some consistency there. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna go with. You know what? I'm gonna go with Nick Pope.
I like it.
I'm gonna go with Nick Pope. I'll be a little outside the box and go with Nick Pope there.
Okay.
How about you?
The thing is, I can't really. I'm not going to give any awards to Arsenal players, so I'm just going to get that out of the way. I think Raya should win it because I think I think he's very good. Their defense is very good, but I can't do it. So I'm going to go with. Can you go back to my list? Because I also want to do one that would make sense.
Got Chelsea 4th. Who's that new guy you got? Jurgensen or?
I think we've signed 2 new keepers, both around like 20 mil in the past 2 weeks.
What?
Other
than Jurgensen?
I think so. I think
what?
I'm pretty sure.
No way. No way. That is absolutely insane.
There was Jorgensen and then I
This window is just so confusing to me. Like, what?
I could be wrong, but
Yeah.
either way, I think I'm gonna give it to Ederson.
Okay.
I like the Nick Pope. I don't want to piggyback off of that. I think
Okay.
I think Ederson is still a good shout.
Okay. Fair. Next one, young player. Young player. It's 23 and under, right?
I believe so.
I think it's
I think
23 and under.
that makes sense.
Yeah. So obviously Cole Palmer would be in contention again.
Yeah.
Um, I think Phil Foden's not in contention anymore. I think he's 24. I'm going Kobe Manu. I mean, what
Ooh.
else? I'm going Kobe Manu. That is my pick. If we finish third, he will be the catalyst for it in midfield. No question. He's our best midfielder. That's my at this point in his career, like he's better than Casemiro right now. He's better than Bruno. I think he's a top player. So I'll go with Kobe Manu. Cole Palmer running it back.
Have people rein it back? I'm trying to
I think so.
who would have been the last one.
I think so. I have to check, but I think it's been right.
I'm going to give it to Cole Palmer naturally.
Okay.
I think he's going to be the best player of the season.
Right. So
I really like the Kobe Manu shout, though. I really do.
Yeah. Best goal of the season, we can't predict that. Playmaker of the season, so most assists. That's going to be an interesting one. Most assists.
I'm actually shocked that was Ollie Watkins. Good for him.
Yeah, man, he had a crazy season last year, man. He had a crazy season.
I mean, 32 goals and assists. That was tied for second with Erling Haaland. 33 goals and assists, Cole Palmer.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah,
playmaker of the season. Phil Foden's a big shout, obviously.
Yeah.
I'll go Phil Foden.
Okay.
I'll go Phil Foden. How about you?
I'm gonna go with the problem is like there's so many City options.
Yeah, you could pick KDB. You could pick KDB.
Exactly.
You could pick like Bernardo. There's so many options, dude.
I'm gonna go Son.
Okay.
That earlier I said I think he could get 18 assists, and
that's a good shout.
I'm going Son.
That's a good shot. This is a hilarious comment. Harry Maguire, Richarlison, Raheem Sterling. So random.
Yeah.
I mean, I think this is pretty start. Raheem, obviously. Bench Richarlison, cut Harry. It's pretty obvious.
Bingo.
Yeah, that's no questions asked there. Yeah, man, but we got our predictions. I'll make sure to write down our predictions for the awards.
Yep.
And make sure I post them too. Shout out my guy Hoylandinho. Hey, Hoylandinho, we're doing in 10 minutes. We're gonna be doing a live stream with Brian for the United season. So to be on the lookout for that, bro. But yeah, no, this was a good man. This was a good little exercise we did. Getting you hyped for the season. As always, man, it's always good catching up with you, my brother. This was great, and I'm gonna make sure to get you back on the channel ASAP, bro. Gotta get the knowledge up, man. You're adding to the channel, bro. So you already
let me know I'm there.
Hell yeah, bro. And for the chat, shout out Hoylandinho, shout out Trevor Fonten, shout out Regista Kev. Appreciate you guys for hopping in the chat. Like I said, in 10 minutes, we'll be on with Brian to talk Manchester United's Premier League season. I've made some bold predictions, so I gotta go back and stand on them. You feel
Love
me?
it.
So yeah, man, it was good. And always, guys, appreciate everyone for showing love. We will see you in 10 minutes, man. Peace.